I have this great stage play I would like to pitch to you, title, Becoming Carmen. The play analyzed the truths behind the facts of Dorothy Dandridge's 1954 Carmen Jones. You see, late 1953, 20th Century Fox announced that Otto Preminger was signed to produce and direct a movie adaptation of Billy Rose's hit play Carmen Jones, based on Bizet's opera Carmen. Carmen Jones, the original Broadway musical, opened on December 2, 1943 and ran for a total of 503 performances with Muriel Smith as the original Carmen Jones. For the film, every black actress from Eartha Kitt to Joyce Bryant tested for the role of Carmen. Director Otto Preminger was familiar with Dorothy Dandridge but felt she was incapable of exuding the sultry sex appeal the role of Carmen demanded, particularly after having seen Dandridge's performance as a demure schoolteacher opposite Belafonte in 1953's Bright Road. At his first meeting with Dandridge, Preminger told her she was lovely and looked like a model and a beautiful butterfly, but not Carmen, and suggested she audition for the role of Cindy Lou. With the script in hand, Dandridge rushed over to Max Factor's studio in search for the look of Carmen. She found an old wig, an off-the-shoulder blouse and a provocative red skirt. The next day Dandridge dashed past Preminger's secretary and twist with a movement of excitement into his office and announced, "Here's your Carmen, Mr. Preminger." Otto ordered a screen test right away and Dandridge won the role hands down. When Carmen Jones premiered, October 28, 1954, the movie was a smash hit coast to coast, making Dorothy Dandridge Hollywood's first black theatrical movie star. She made the cover of Life magazine, billed as Hollywood's fiery Carmen Jones. It was the first time a black woman made the cover of Life magazine, breaking the color barrier. Soon after, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences announced the nominations for the 1955 Oscar Awards. Dandridge was nominated for Best Actress along with Judy Garland, Audrey Hepburn, Jane Wyman, and Grace Kelly. Only two blacks had previously been nominated for Oscars. They were Hattie McDaniel, who won in 1939 for Gone with the Wind, and Ethel Waters, in 1949 for Pinky. Never before had a black actor or actress been nominated in a leading category. Dandridge became the very first. On Oscar night, Grace Kelly took home the award. But Dorothy Dandridge was a winner for all black Americans. It was a historic occasion. She became the first black person to present an Oscar at Academy Awards ceremonies. Dandridge assumed her place in history alongside baseball great Jackie Robinson and Pulitzer Prize-winning Gwendolyn Brooks, as a symbol of the future. Dandridge immediately broke the color barrier with a 6-week engagement at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. She became the first black entertainer to work and stay at the exclusive hotel in Manhattan. Dandridge's successful appearance at the Cannes Film Festival to promote Carmen Jones made her the first black international movie star, which led to film offers outside of the Hollywood system. While America was in a race turmoil with boycotts, sit-ins, and the House of Un-American Activities Committee blacklistings. On February 15, 1955, Dorothy Dandridge signed a 3-movie deal with 20th Century Fox. The head of the studio, Darrell F. Zanuck, had personally suggested the studio to sign Dandridge to a contract. Zanuck had big plans for her, hoping she would evolve into the first black screen icon. It didn't take long before Hollywood had its taste of sour grapes when word got out that Dandridge signed a 3-year movie contract, making her the highest paid star in Hollywood, with a salary only matched by actor William Holden. A black woman getting paid more than white women and men in the Hollywood community in the 1950s? You guessed it, all hell broke loose. Hollywood insiders, under the leadership of Ronald Reagan, who at the time was the president of the Screen Actors Guild, privately spoke of how it was too soon for a Negro leading lady. But the ink on her Fox contracts was already dry. The heads of the Fox studios knew that they had made a big mistake by contracting Dandridge as the highest paid actress in Hollywood, breaking the color barrier, at a time when most Negroes couldn't even vote for the President of the United States. When blacks had no rights. No rights, to eat where they wanted to eat, stay at downtown luxury hotel, or live in any neighborhood that they could afford. Zanuck had already purchased the film rights to The Blue Angel and intended to cast Dandridge as saloon singer Lola Lola in an all-black remake of the original 1930 film. Dandridge was also scheduled to star in a remake of Under Two Flags. Meanwhile, she agreed to play Tuptim in a film version of The King and I and a sultry upstairs neighbor in The Lieutenant wore skirts. But the studios had an ace up their sleeve. Yes, and that ace was Otto Preminger. After Carmen Jones, Fox contracted Otto to do more films also, but they had to find a way to get Dandridge out of her contract, and they did. It's all detailed in the Dandridge FBI files. You see, Dandridge had agreed to play the role of Tuptim in the movie The King and I. With her new contract she would have been paid more than her white co-stars, Deborah Kerr and Yul Brynner. But unbeknown to Dandridge at the time, with the studio's support, Otto advised her not to take the role. Under Otto's management, Dandridge declined the part and the movie was made later with her dear friend Rita Moreno. The studio voided Dandridge's contract and barred her from making films for 3 years with pay. Dorothy Dandridge became the highest paid non-working film actress in Hollywood. She achieved as much as Hollywood allowed her to achieve in the film industry. According to her FBI files on this matter, it states, mission accomplished, Dorothy Dandridge is no longer the highest paid working actress in Hollywood and no longer a threat to American society. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for Carmen Jones. The jury is still out on whether becoming Carmen was a blessing or a curse for Dorothy Dandridge.